Hey guys, it's Pacifist here. I hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope you have a better tomorrow. We're continuing on with the Anthropomorphize project here. If you stumble across this video, you may be wondering what this Anthro project is about, and I'll be more than happy to tell you guys. This project is simply transforming an object into a Bokumaro, which are shellless turtles that I draw. For this piece, a member of the community redeemed a suggestion for the project. The object that she wanted me to Bokumarify was Boba milk tea, or bubble tea. So a huge shout out goes to AC for redeeming it and giving me something to draw. When it comes to bubble tea, although it's not something that I drink frequently, I do rather enjoy it. I'm a simple caw when it comes to bubble tea. I like original milk tea, but I also like taro bubble tea as well. Matcha is something I drink from time to time, and if I want a fruity tea, lychee or lychee is probably my go-to one. What's your go-to bubble tea? Speaking of our go-to bubble tea, what's your typical order? For me, I find it way too sweet, so I always go somewhere between a quarter or half sugar. I also like half ice as well because I feel there's less drink and therefore less value for money. However, when it comes to soft drinks, that's a different story we'll probably discuss another time. When it comes to toppings, it's tapioca for me. I haven't really tried other toppings like jelly, popping boba, pudding, etc. Like I said, I'm a simple caw and there's nothing wrong with it. Oh yeah, one last thing. I know, depending on where you are, some people say boba instead of bubble tea. I'm not here to instigate any wars or anything like that, but my default is bubble tea. I do sometimes interchange the word to appeal to all audiences. I don't mind calling it boba, but do note that bubble tea is a phrase I tend to lean towards. When it came to planning the concept, I had initially thought to draw this since I saw someone commenting on the previous video and suggested boba milk tea. That person happened to be the person who ended up redeeming it anyways. During March, I was preoccupied with another project called the Bokumaro. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you watch that as well. It was a fun project that I did. When I finished one of the days, I was pacing up and down my apartment listening to music, thinking of potential new additional projects. I'm drowning in hell! Why am I about to take on even more projects? I had a light bulb moment during then in how to draw this one, but my dumbass forgot to note it down and later forgot. Since I forgot it, I had to scrap that idea and go back to square one. But fret not, I had a terrific plan. Since bubble tea comes in many shapes and sizes, I know some have a dome-shaped lid on top, and with the straw, I thought of drawing an umbrella to represent both. I don't know how often they sell these specific umbrellas here where I'm from, but I do know that in Japan, quite possibly Korea too, that see-through and transparent umbrellas are a thing. So I went with this to have the brolly a see-through or light blue to imply this. Since we'll be using an umbrella, I thought it'd be cute to have a girl and have her wearing wellies or Wellington boots. I believe others may call them rain boots in case you don't know what wellies are. I'm sure I've owned wellies when I was small, but I don't remember my younger self. So we don't have to talk a boot this. For the coat, I initially thought I'd give her some stylish denim jeans that were milk tea coloured, but I decided to opt for a raincoat because I felt it would be more appropriate. Back to the concept, we're left with milk tea and the boba itself. This part was tricky, but I ended up with spotted pants. I could have drawn leopard skin tights or pants, I guess, but I kind of wanted them more circular since tapioca pearls are spheres essentially. What do you guys think? Would leopard spots have been better? For the pose, as mentioned earlier, I wanted her to hold the umbrella with two hands which would come back to haunt me. I also wanted her legs crossed too. I did mention in my Bokumaro series this year that I wanted to try come up with different poses and deviate slightly from just standing straight. Maybe I'll draw them squatting or stretching too one day. I thought the pose was fine conceptually, and now with everything out of the way, it's time to draw. For consistency, I did bubble tea at the end, but I put it on the ground. I wasn't sure whether this was a very good idea. Perhaps I could have had her hold Boba in one hand and the brolly in the other. To cap things off, I added some rain for more atmosphere to make it brew tea full. Hey, why are you guys rolling your eyes? Don't rain on my parade. The sketch phase went okay. It was the hands that I struggled with. But by and large, I felt it was good enough to start the line art, so off we went. I was still wondering at this stage whether she would have short hair or long hair. I opted for the short hair because I thought she would look cuter this way. For the inking phase, it was pretty straightforward with the exception of the hands. I know that sometimes when I sketch, I have bad habits. Sure, chicken scratches aren't ideal, but as long as I have an end product from the chicken scratches, I'm happy. In other words, I'd rather have a finished sketch piece with chicken scratches than have no sketch end product, because I don't want to have chicken scratches, if you know what I mean. Color wise, I opted for a light blue color to infer that it's see-through without making it see-through and transparent. Same thing for her raincoat. I chose dark brown boots to match the tapioca pearls color. To finish it off, I gave a striped blue and pink straw to make her pop out more. Overall, I think this turned out okay. Barring the hands, I think it was fine, but probably could have done it better. I think after having drawn this, rather than colouring the umbrella and raincoat light blue to infer it's see-through-ish, perhaps I should have kept the line art behind it and actually make it see-through. Maybe next time when I need to draw something transparent, I'll do that. We stream over on twitch.tv/twitch_Bokumaro, where you can suggest an object if you have enough channel points to redeem. If no one redeems it, I'll either ask a member of the community or read the comments on YouTube. Speaking of which, once again, a huge shout out to AC1197 for suggesting this to me. You can see her socials on the screen now and in the description below. This was so much fun to draw and I thoroughly enjoyed this challenge. Hope you and everyone else had fun watching this experience. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you wish to see more of this project and videos similar to this format. And don't forget to drop a like so I know what sort of videos people like, as I'm trying to figure out which content you guys enjoy seeing on the YouTube side of things. That's all I have to say, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, wherever you guys are, take care, be well, and be safe. Bye!